mindset in a society that people don't even really like. So you used to try to attract a man, but it's not even about attracting a man anymore. It's about seeing who looks the fakest, or who gets the most clout for being fake. So I think it's way past catfishing, but it's bad, man. And I think it more so talking about what we was talking about. It's coming to a place where men and women, period, are not happy with themselves, and it's an attack on manhood and femininity and masculinity, to the point that family's going to cease completely. I think Anton talked about this on other panels. Like, it's destroying the fabrics of society because people aren't happy with themselves. They don't even know how to be a man or a woman anymore.
Saying Ali referenced you, Anton. What are your thoughts? Do you believe we are in the catfish culture?
I got questions. I just got questions, because catfishing is for somebody to present themselves completely different online, and then when you meet them, they're a completely different person. All right, so let's set the foundation. My question then becomes, how can you be catfished unless you're cheating, right? And the cheating is, and this is the thing that I tell people all the time, why y'all keep trying to meet people online? You can't get tricked if you out here actually participating in real life and actually interacting with people, but you want to cheat. You want the easy way out. You want your DMs popping. Here's my other question before I even get to that. How many of y'all has never used a filter before? Okay, outside of Bruiser now. How many people has never used a filter? So all y'all cheating. So y'all participating. Y'all are contributing to the very thing that you don't like. Now, what happens is, every time that anybody does anything from a competition perspective, it's always going to be a leg up. It's always going to be somebody that's looking to leg up and looking to get a leg up and looking to get more attention and looking to get more likes and looking to get whatever and looking to get their DMs popping. And so as a result, what you start to experience is the very thing that you hate is the thing that you participate in. You doctor up your pictures, you put them online, and then your real life start to become a reflection of that. And so as a result, the only way for you to really solve for this is to meet people in real life, and not meet people in real life based off of what it is that you see on the app, because then you got to do much more work, and then you got to hope that you get the authentic version of whatever somebody is when they show up. And that's silly to me. I've never understood the idea behind people meeting people off of an app. That makes no sense. I think that people need to get out in the streets. They need to participate. Like, if you ever want to get back to the core of what it is that we're doing and how we need to solve for the problems within our community, whether it's catfishing or anything like that, it all comes back to the same thing. You need to go outside. You need to see people. You need to meet them. You need to have conversations. You need to authentically be able to vet people by just being around people without having any kind of interest. And then that's the thing that you start to see who they really are without all of the things that they're trying to present to you on a date.
Don't you limit your options by doing that?
Don't you what?
Don't you limit your options by doing that?
You only got to get it right once. How many options do you need?
I'm talking about as a man. If you out here looking for a woman, you limit your options to your radius of what you can, as far as you can travel, as far in your area. But
isn't that the thing that made us successful within the Black community in the first place, is that people didn't have so many options to be able to choose from. And as a result, they aligned with the people that was more closely aligned with where they was going.
So you saying that because of we're able to use the technology we created to be able to amplify our choices, as far as I want to see what Julie looks like in the state of Washington, and I live in Florida. Mm-hmm. My ability to do that has crippled the community.
Absolutely. It 100% has. That's exactly what it's done. It's crippled the community.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, I would say options are a bad thing. The best restaurants and the most successful ones are the ones that have the limited amount of options. That means that they've perfected the thing that they do great. Chick-fil-A, for example, is the most successful fast food restaurant, more successful per store than any McDonald's restaurant. Their menu is limited. And what they've learned to do is focus more on customer service, more on the great thing that they do, which is make great chicken. And they have a limited amount of options that go along with it. And so that allows for them to be great at what it is that they do. So instead of us focusing on mastering the environment in which we live in, we look to be like everybody else, which is one of the things that social media has done for us, is make us want to be a Me Too culture. And we don't even have any identity of who we are. even black people specifically, black people used to have pride in who they were. We used to dress up to go to baseball games. There was no other group of people that did that. We used to dress up to go everywhere. We used to have so much pride in what it didn't matter how much we made. Everybody was more focused on being the best version of themselves. And then the minute that we started trying to be like everybody else because we started getting the purview of how everybody was operating, it didn't allow us to take the best of them. It allowed for us to want to be like everybody else, and now we don't have any identity. And so I think that opening up, when you see a person that has even been raised, a young girl that has been raised in a stable environment, and then you send her off to college, you fuck her up. Because now you put her in an environment that she's not used to. And then not only do you do that, you put her in an environment where she got too many options, and now she come home messed up in the head because she doesn't even really have any identity anymore. So I think that options are a bad thing, especially for women.
But if she already had, I'm sorry to interrupt you. But if she already had that basic social skills already, do you really think that it would ruin her if she went off to college?
Absolutely. I think college is a training ground for hoes. I think college is an indoctrination camp for liberal media, for them to be able to train you in order to be able to think differently or to open yourself up to things that you would have never opened yourself up to before. And it's a training ground to make you for the streets.
I agree.
College is quite possibly the worst thing that a woman can do is go to college, especially at the age that she goes to college. I don't even think women, until you get married, should even go to college. I think that college is the worst thing for a woman, especially for a black woman.
And that's in terms of traditional college, like you're going into a dorm, they have co-ed dorms. Think of an 18-year-old coming from a high school, going straight into a space where she could live roommates with somebody. And then next door are a whole bunch of guys. And then everybody's not going to go in there having the same mindset. So there's going to be people going in there like, they're just coming to have sex. So a young woman that just wants to go there for school is now going to be influenced by these people that are literally sleeping right next to her. She has to go take a shower, walk 5 doors down with her, shower robe and all this stuff. And she's passing by all of these different men, young boys, however you want to call it. And this just natural temptation. So I get where he's coming from. And I agree to that. It's something that,
She's going to stop at one of them doors, ain't she?
Yeah, somebody gonna peek their head out. So it's even if you train a woman right, like it's still temptation because she's young. They're immature. You're not mature when you're 18. Now, I'm not saying everybody. There's some people that are mature, but not everybody's like that.